First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, B'Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And it was in this gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson through the Spirit. Just kind of meditating on some things and looking at some videos to get the inspiration for the Holy Spirit. And that's how the Spirit works, as it tells us that the Spirit is like the wind. So I was doing some meditating on some things, and I was going back into the video that the brother Yashalam had did from the main camp. And several other brothers, I know the elder Yashawamba did some things on it, and I myself as well went into this whole thing with this Mark Zuckerberg, and you had this guy by the name of Elon Musk. Dr. Oz, part of the Trumps. Ask yourself, why are them in particular did he handpick to push, or why did DJ Trump handpick these particular members to be part of his cabinet if it wasn't part of an agenda? Okay, as we know, Mark Zuckerberg, you have Meta, Facebook, which is basically called Meta. Then you have Elon Musk, which is formerly Twitter, which is called X now. Which is called X. And then also you have this guy, Dr. Oz, which he goes back to the early 2000s. And he had a show that was basically telling people, and he showed the MOTB, or the RFID chip, and he was breaking down on how that would be the new innovative way of the future. And this was all the way back in 2001. 2001, over 2 decades ago. So there's a reason behind all this, man. And I remember going back to 2016, Donald Trump mentioned that he wanted a national visa tracking system to track so-called illegals. But now he wants to do this mass deportation of so-called illegals, which, you have all sorts of illegals here, not just Northern Kingdom, not just Northern Kingdom, not just migrants from Venezuela, but you have Iranian nationals, you have Chinese nationals, you have people from Ukraine, you have people all the way over from Africa. Okay, you got all types of nations over here, but somehow, someway, he wants to home in on you tribes, okay? Because the ultimate goal is to microchip the tribes, man. Okay? That's what he want to do. He want to microchip or micro-C-hip the tribes, because ultimately he understand that we belong to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And if he can force this MOTB among our people or upon the people, I like to use that term, collateral damage, he will sacrifice his people just to get to the elect. But he realized once he can fulfill and chip in the hopeful elect, then he's done his job, and no way in hell we can get the kingdom. And somehow, some way, the Most High would transfer the kingdom to him. But that's not going to happen, because it is written in the book of John that none shall pluck them out of my hand. And all mine are thine, and all thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. So there's no way in hell that Esau Edom will be able to micro-C-hip all the elect, man. Okay, he's not gonna micro-C-hip the elect at all. Okay, now the rest of the people, the 2/3 and these other heathens, they will opt into taking a chip. Okay, but even some of them will deny getting a micro-C-hip, because a lot of them understand that that's what it's talking about in Revelation 13:16. But ultimately they're not of the elect, so they're gonna still be destroyed anyway, because you're gonna have people that's not gonna take the MOTB, but they're still gonna be destroyed, all right? Because that's just the will of the Heavenly Father. Like you got these Bible Belt Christians that go into some type of semblance of prophecy, and they actually teach from the scriptures, unlike the Christian church or the black Christian church, which is a total disgrace. But a lot of them actually teach that Revelation 13 and 16 is going to be fulfilled in our time, and they're not going to take it. But the fact that they're Edomites, it don't matter whether they take it or not, because they're not of the nation of Israel. All right? But when you look at the forefront, and you look at the particular doctrines that these other Hebrew Israelite congregations come with, and just Jake in general, they're going to opt into taking an MOTB because, you know, as we mentioned, this thing is going to be something that they're going to implement in a convenient way of life. Okay, like you got the smartphone, right? You got what they call the smartwatch, and you got this guy Zuckerberg that's talking about doing away with the smartphone, and you're going to have something which is called smart glasses. All right, basically what happens is basically it's going to be a cell phone, but in the form of like eyewear, so to speak, something that he was going into. You know, basically they're going to put a whole entire computer interface inside a bunch of smart shades, man. So when you go back like to those old movies, like the VR movies, and you go to like what's the name of that movie, man? I forgot when he had the I think it was Ready Player One, when they were in these simulations and they was in these particular metaverses and they was living out life in these particular artificial realities. And this is what Esau wants to do. And this is why he had what he called MetaQuest and, you know, MetaQuest 3 and Oculus and all this other stuff. And he also has something which is called it's something that Apple just made. It's called Apple Quest or some shit. It's like a damn near $4,000 purchase, when basically you can watch movies in real time in your living room, and it's like you're actually there living in a movie, man. Okay? And I think the first plan subscription, or the actual goggles itself, starts at around $3,000. I was speaking about it with my coworker 2 weeks ago, and she was telling me like how she's gonna straight up, you know, opt into getting it, you know, because she's a big time gamer. So she was like, man, I'm willing to spend the money on that. And not just her, a lot of people, because we know that Apple products are very popular among the people. This is why every year they come out with a new iPhone, man, which is the same damn technology that's being rehashed every year. You know, you may get a feature or two different, all right, and a slightly better camera, but yet people are going to these stores and paying $1,000+ to get something that they already got. The only thing you got to do is just upgrade the iOS system, man. You know, but that shows how stupid people really are. Okay, because they want to keep up with the Joneses and they want to feel that they're not being left behind. Okay, so when you see people walking around with these shades on and all this other stuff, then hey, I mean, he's got them because of convenience. You know, prime example, when you have your cell phone, they have something which is called Apple Wallet, right? And on your Apple Wallet, basically you can store your credit cards, you can store your movie passes, you can store, you know, your IDs, whatever you may need, your bank account information. Everything is stored on a phone with the click of a button, you know, which is convenience. You know, then you got all your contacts, you have your pictures, your photos. You can actually pay by your phone. You know, like if you set up your pay app on your phone through Apple Pay, or whether it be Google Pay, if you click the button on the right-hand side twice at a particular monitor, then what happens is it'll pay for the purchase, and it would deduct it from your bank account, man, okay, which is a form of those miracles on the left-hand side. Okay, it tells us in Revelation, the 13th chapter, 15th verse, that he had power in the side of the beast to deceive men with these miracles, roughly paraphrasing it, man, because that's nothing short of a miracle on the left-hand side when somebody can literally pay using their cell phone. So what's the next step in the plan? Putting that MOTB inside your hand, man, okay, because recently we had a so-called data breach, which I believe the FBI or the CIA or the government, whichever these particular organizations you may know about, I believe low-key they're selling our information to these third-party vendors, man, and they're creating a false flag, or they're creating they're creating a big outcry about data and records being leaked. You know, like back in the day, they was like, oh, well, people got our social security numbers because people was losing their social security cards. But even then, when you went to the social security office back in the 90s, they still had like little word processing systems and little IBM computers that they was able to store your information on, man. And allegedly that gets hacked, and now all of a sudden somebody gets your information, and you know you're in compromise of a data breach. But the data breach about 2-3 months ago was roughly, I think they leaked 2.2 billion records of the citizens of America, and that pretty much got everybody on edge, because now, you know, you're getting these robocalls and you be getting texts in the morning Hi, Susie, what time can I come over and eat sushi today with you? You know, just like, how the hell this person get my number? But a lot of times those are bots or, agencies they sold your information to. And I believe all that's part of a ploy to get people hold on, to get people to opt into this new system, because with the MOTB system, if the technology is within you, then who can steal it? You know, and that's what the average person think in their mind. Well, yeah, this is a form of convenience. But even then, that's all computer led, and anything that's led through computers can be hacked. So somebody can hack your MOTB number, because even within the MOTB, there will be a serial number, man, okay, that they have on their mainframe computers. So if they want to hack your computer or whatever, they can still deduct money from your chip, you know, but the average person is going to opt into that way of living because it's convenient. You see, and when it circumvents all the way down to your purchases, to your food, on how you're gonna live. If you want to drive that new Hemi or that new Maybach, or you want that new Tesla, then hey, you're gonna have to opt into the MOTB, because I'm gonna tell you like this: when they go electric with these vehicles, you know, to cut out so-called emissions, then hey, all these new smart vehicles, only how you can start up your smart vehicle is with the swipe of your hand, man. And I've seen it. I've seen. Back in 2016, you know, Edomites, they had like these motorcycles and these bikes, and they was basically starting up their bikes with the swipe of their hand. So it's nothing for them to put that in the emissions of a Tesla, man, because it's all computer interface. This is why when you buy any car, I think that's like a 2018 or up or 2019 or up, pay attention to the dash. It's all the same. That interface system, that's the brain of the car, right? Or the computer. That's what you're paying the most money for. Anything 2019 and up, from the new Cherokees to the Dodge Chargers to the Malibus to the fucking everything, you know, Teslas, they have that computer thing on the dash, you know, and it's all pretty much generic designs, all the same. Just have different interfaces than others that's more advanced. Like I was checking out that new Ferrari truck. That's a $400,000 truck. But if you look at the computer interface, that computer interface alone may be about $100,000, man. You know? And the whole fucking car operates through the computer system. Okay? So basically it can be eco-friendly, it could be a smart vehicle, and it could be a regular emissions vehicle, man. But this is why they're creating all this technology, because they're getting ready to change the system over. Okay, but you got Israelites out there saying, oh man, that ain't gonna happen, or there will be a chip, but that's not the MOTB. And I'm realizing that these guys are doing all that. Ooh, slow the fuck down, man. Goofy ass nigga. You know? But what I'm realizing, like about a lot of Israelite groups, I'm realizing that they're trying to come around to saying that it's the chip, but they won't say it because of their discontent with Great Millstone, man. You know, because they don't like the men of the Lord. They don't like the apostles, you know, because they have circumvented their life around the forwarding of this kingdom. Okay, because if you look at the forefront of the average Israelite camp outside of our group, they're pushing the ways of the world. Okay, like the Lord said, that the love of the world, if you have the love of the world, then the love of the Father is not in you, because the love of the world is enmity with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, meaning he's against it. So the average Jake and these other Israelite groups are pushing the ways of his life. And the Lord told us, man, to not love the world nor the things in it, man, because it is not of the Father. So a lot of these Israelite groups are going to take it. Because why? The leaderships are going to push it. Well, that's not the chip. There will be a chip, but that's not the MOTB. Well, if it's not the MOTB, then what is it? Because last time I checked, when you go into the book of Revelation 13 and 16, it goes into the Greek word charagma. Okay, which goes into a physical implantation of a mark underneath the skin, man. All right. So, I mean, it's no way of getting around it. And anybody that's teaching against it is because, like we said, they either took the bag, they sold out, or they just being wicked, because that's what Jake want to do. You know, and I'm realizing that there's an outward rebellion with our people, you know, because our people, they have been totally rebellious against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And they have no remorse for it, man. So therefore, the Lord is going to give them over to this design, and what's going to happen is that they're going to be destroyed, man. All right, because like we said, a lot of these Israelites leaders are going to push this on their congregation. Like Yohana, what Yohana say? He said, you gonna take it because you want to eat. You know, you gonna take it because you want to eat. So he already acknowledged that you're gonna have to use it in order to buy food. So he knows what it is. Damn, this dude just got my parking spot. Fuck. That was quick. That's all right. I'll get the next one. So he's already acknowledging that that's what it's gonna be. But yet he's telling you that you're gonna take it because you want to eat. Because a man like that is not operating in faith, man. All right. But anyway, let me get a couple of these precepts off the comment board and go up in here, man. I'm actually kind of late coming in this freaking place, man. I don't know why they even want me coming in here today anyway. It ain't like it's gonna be anything to do. Anyway, give me 1 second, brother Salaki. Let me park this thing. Park this. Yeah, like with these cars, they getting ready to phase out these vehicles, man. They don't want anything after 2030. You ain't gonna be able to have a gas guzzler, man. They talking about emissions and all this other stuff, which is a total damn lie. Even though emissions are harmful, but still, like, you've created it. You could have created the first vehicle running off water, but what did you do? You decided to kill a man and steal a patent. Now you have all this electricity shit. Man, it's the devil. But anyway, it reads here, GMS Tazadak Ban Yahawada, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. That's right. All right. And what's the device? This MOTB, this system. And this is why they give you the likings of Dr. Oz, Zuckerberg. They give you this guy, Elon Musk, which all them guys, man, it's just something that's off about all of them. You know, especially this guy, Elon Musk. Where the hell did he come from? You know, they just dropped him out of the pits of hell, and all of a sudden he's this big tech mogul now that's with free speech and with the forwarding of the Constitution, which they're going to do away with the Constitution, all right? And they're finding ways on how to do away with it, and this is the only reason why they haven't forced that chip on people yet, because America is a republic that's ran off a Constitution. But if you see, they're slowly chipping this thing away, all right? John 2:16, it says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of this world, right? And you got an Israelite camp pushing at the YouTube, I can go home to my nice crib and do what I want to do. All right, so be it, man. Okay, pushing 501c3, pushing marriages on paper, you know, pushing the community. The Lord ain't say go out there and worry about no damn community. The Lord said go out there and wake up the elect, man. Okay, because you got to understand that we're just sojourners in the land. We're just passing through. You know, we didn't come here to prosper or to live a wealthy Jetson or a Brady Bunch life. Now, you do have blessings and perks here in this life, you know, because the Lord is fair. But overall, man, if you looking to be the next LeBron James, then you in the wrong spirit, bro. You know, but it says, in the world passeth away and a lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, abideth forever. That's right. And the will of the Father is to teach the word, man. All right. But anyway, I'm going to end it, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash. Lord's will, you were edified. To the next lesson. Shalom. May